Hey planner friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning from the 22nd to the 28th of March in my medium passion planner, and I thought I'd do a little plan as I go style video this week, so let's get started. The kit that I'm using this week is Marguerite from Plannerface, and I thought this one was perfect for the first full week of spring, especially with that cute Hello Spring quote box. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money and put my name in the notes to seller for a freebie. I've started off my spread as usual by shading in the parts of the timelines where I'm going to be asleep, and then going in with my Grey Stabilo fine liner to mark out my alarm times, split my personal and work to do sections, and add my 5-day habit tracker in the bottom left hand corner. With this setup I'm going to be going a little bit faster than usual so that I can fit in all of my planning throughout the week. So next I'm going in with my Staedtler Triplus fine liner to mark in my work hours for the week, and I'm using this nice deep green which has been my theme colour for March. As I was on a half day on Thursday, I'm also using this fine liner to split the Thursday focus box in half diagonally, and then I'm going to colour in with my green Crayola Super Tip to mark that I am off work for half of that day. I'm then going to colour in the daily focus boxes of Saturday and Sunday, the other 2 days where I'm not at work this week. I'm also going to use the same green Crayola Super Tip to colour in the check boxes in the bottom left hand corner, just to make that area a little bit more colourful. The last part of my pen base is to write in my breakfast, lunch and dinners for the week, so I'm just writing in all of those meals with my Pilot Friction pen, and then I'm going to highlight over these with the same green Crayola Super Tip. I've sped this bit up a lot because it's basically just writing the same 3 words over and over again, and I never know what to say while I'm doing it. So that's my pen base all set up. Now we can start putting some stickers down for my pre-planning, and I'm starting as always with my meal plan sticker, which I made in Excel and print off on sticker paper myself. I'm then adding that yellow squared off half box from the mini kit into the focus box, and then adding a habit tracker for my daily check-in. I'm then topping the habit tracker with this gorgeous Hello Spring full box. Next I'm going to use washi strips from the kit to cover the Space of Infinite Possibility header, the personal and work to-do list headers, and create my gratitude header in the bottom left hand corner. I've just cut the washi strips that come with the kit in half so that they fit nicely over the headers within the Passion Planner medium, and I'm pretty happy that you can still get the daisy pattern through these even though I cut them in half. I'm then just adding the weekend banner and we can get into my pre-planning. The first thing that I'm marking with this long glitter flag from the kit is unfortunately that Tuesday was 1 year since the UK went into lockdown, and it's sort of a lockdown anniversary. Next I'm using a green glitter header and one of the new work from home scripts from Plannerface to mark in that I was working from home on Wednesday. I'm then using a quarter box from the kit to mark in a seminar that I have every Wednesday afternoon, and marking that with a laptop doodle which is also from the kit. As always, I'm cutting a little chunk out of all of these boxes so that they fit nicely within the timelines of a passion planner, because these kits are made for a standard vertical width column, which is not what you have in a passion planner. Moving on to Thursday, and I'm adding a recycling icon in the afternoon, and then also a bill due. I've cut the bill due sticker from the kit in half horizontally so that it doesn't take up quite as much space in my planner, and I think at this point you can really see why I decided to do a plan as I go style video this week, because I have barely anything to pre-plan. Next I'm marking my planning time on Saturday morning using a patterned flag and a doodle from the kit, and pressing it down nice and firmly before I realise that I've put it half an hour too early. I'm then using a third box from the kit to mark in recording my voiceover, which I didn't do a lot of on Saturday. Saturday ended up as more of an editing moment, although I did get my intros and outros recorded yesterday, so that's something at least. I'm just marking my recording with a bit of deco from the kit, and then I'm moving on to Sunday, where I'm using a 3-hut checklist to block out some time for cleaning on Sunday morning. I actually managed to get a little bit of this cleaning done throughout the week rather than leaving it all till Sunday morning, which was really handy because I woke up a little bit later than I wanted to today, because it turns out that my Garmin watch didn't update the time until I synced it with my phone, so I woke up an hour later than I wanted to. The next thing I'm marking on Sunday using a piece of the Monday to Sunday box that I've cut up is uploading this YouTube video, so I'm using a YouTube button icon from Ickle & Co and one of the new upload scripts from Plannerface to mark that. Next I figured I should mark in the reason I woke up an hour late this morning, which was the clocks changing, so British summertime has begun, but if someone could tell the weather that would be lovely. I'm just using a skinny event label and balloon doodles from the kit to mark that in. Next, I'm just marking in my workouts for the week, and I'm currently still counting down the days until I can go back to the gym, but I'm using these workout tracker stickers from Pinky Stickers, which were printable that I just print on sticker paper myself, to pop in all of my weight training and cardio days for the week. As I've mentioned in many of my videos recently, I've decided to put a bit less work stuff in my personal planner, so I'm using a lot of decorative boxes from the kit to just fill in some of the time while I'm at work. I measure and cut these off camera, but they're about 3.4 centimetres by 3.4 centimetres, so nice and square for weekday mornings. And although I measure them, they still don't seem to fit perfectly each time, so I usually have to trim them a little bit on my planner as well. So I'm just going to add in a few finishing touches to my pre-planning, so adding my laundry doodle on Monday, and then adding in things like checklists for my top 2 or 3 things at work each day. This checklist that I'm adding in now I absolutely butchered, so you'll see when I do my memory planning for that day that this checklist is just unsalvageable and I have to swap it out for a different one. The last thing that I'm adding into my pre-planning is a half box on Saturday evening for whatever we got up to, which was just watching YouTube and playing some video games really. I decided that because the decoration on this was on the right hand side, I would cut it off camera because I find it quite difficult to lay the 2 pieces down when I have to lay the smaller side down first. So now I'm just going to zoom through filling in my pre-planning with my Pilot friction pen, and as you can see there wasn't really a lot to pre-plan this week, so I thought I would do a plan as I go style spread, completely forgetting that this weekend I would also be doing my April monthly video, so I've really left myself a lot of YouTube work to get done this weekend. For my weekly focuses this week, I just noted down that we are in week 11 of lockdown, and also that I wanted to focus on some of my projects at work this week. I'm really enjoying having that squared off half box in my weekly focus section rather than just splitting it in half and having plain black writing up there. I really enjoy that pop of colour up in the top left hand corner. That's all my pre-planning done for this week. Let's get into some mundane memory planning. So the first thing that I'm adding in on Monday is a quarter box to mark in that I just had a bit of a YouTube binge in the evening. I'm using the popcorn doodle from the kit to mark that in. I also found out at work on Monday that I had some extra things to do on Tuesday, so I'm just going to rearrange Tuesday to kind of plan for that. The first thing is using a skinny event label to mark the minute silence that we had on Tuesday for the lockdown anniversary. And then, as I mentioned, I'm swapping out that checklist for the to buy one, and I'm going to pop a bit of deco over to buy because once I moved that yellow checklist that I'd kind of ruined, I couldn't put it back down, so I just had to say goodbye to that sticker and swap it out for a different one. I also found out on Monday that I was going to have an extra meeting on Tuesday afternoon, so I'm adding a quarter box from the kit and the phone doodle to mark that in, and this quite often happens when I pre-plan my week and then go into work on Monday and like 5 extra things have been added into my to-do list, so I just add them in as I go. So I'm just going to fill all that in with my Pilot friction pen, and the 3 things that I've written within my work checklist are just the top 3 things that I ended up doing at work on Monday, and then tick off anything that I need to in the bottom left hand corner. Moving on to Tuesday, and the first thing that I'm marking with this event label is that I hit 2,000 followers on Instagram on Tuesday, and then I think about 12 hours later hit 500 subs on YouTube. So it's been a real week of milestones, and thank you all so much for following and subscribing to me and my little planner. The rest of Tuesday I'm just adding in that I played some Sims and then just chilled out in the evening. So I'm using one of my Pinky Stickers Play Sims stickers and also a 3rd box from the kit to mark that in. I then filled in a little bit of extra space within the workday with a glitter header. I'm then going to go in and fill in all of my plans from Tuesday, and I do try and mix up my handwriting a little bit, so sometimes I'll do like all caps and sometimes I'll do italics and sometimes I'll go in and do sort of faux calligraphy, and that's just to mix it up a little bit when I write pretty similar things every day. Moving on to Wednesday, and I didn't have a lot to mark in this day, so I'm just adding a glitter header to take up some time between my workout and dinner, and then I'm using a half box from the kit to mark in just playing some video games and watching a little bit of Twitch in the evening. I tend to watch some Just Chatting Twitch streams while I'm cooking, and it's kind of like listening to a podcast, but live. I'm also going to add in a meeting on Thursday morning that was booked in on Wednesday, so I'm just using a patterned skinny event label from the kit to mark that in. So there's really not a whole lot to fill in on Wednesday, but I'm just doing that again with my Pilot friction pen and then ticking off any bits and pieces that I need to in the bottom left hand corner. So I had a half day on Thursday and the weather was actually pretty decent, so I decided to go for a run outside instead of doing my leg day. So I've just grabbed my undo to move my workout stickers around and swap Thursday and Friday workouts. You may now recognise this bit of footage from the reel that I posted on Friday because I used the same bit of footage for both of these. I just cropped it in so that it would fit on Instagram. So the first thing that I'm adding in is my run in the afternoon, and then I'm using an event label to mark in playing some video games, as well as moving my recycling icon to the left hand side. That controller doodle is from a Plannerface multicolour doodle sheet. I'm then also using a quarter box in the evening to mark that we just had a lazy evening, and using a bit of deco from the kit to mark that, and finally using a glitter header to fill in a little bit of the space between dinner and the quarter box for lazy evening. I'm then going to go in with my Pilot friction pen and fill in all of my plans for Thursday, as you may expect. I really like having a day where I had barely anything planned and then going in and just memory planning the entire day, even if it was just I came home from work, I did a run and then did nothing else for the rest of the day. Moving on to Friday, and the first thing I'm adding in the evening is actually a date cover, and this is because I remembered I have these cute YouTube binge script stickers from Ickle & Co that I've hardly used recently, and they fit quite nicely over the day of the week in the date headers, so I can almost use them as an extra box when I use this script sticker. I then added in another quarter box and a Once More with Love munchkin in the evening for just having some drinks at home. On to Saturday, and because I didn't have an alarm set, the first thing I'm adding in is that I had breakfast and I woke up at the same sort of time that I expected. I then added in a Play Sim sticker, which is just a printable from Pinky Stickers, and then a mini event label to mark in meal planning, as well as a glitter header to fill in a little bit of extra space in the day. I don't always mark in my meal planning because it doesn't really take me very long, but when I basically just played Sims all afternoon, it's something else to put in my planner for that day. I then just marked in my alarm time using my grey Stabilo fine liner, and I'm filling in what we did for the rest of the day with my Pilot friction pen. For Sunday, the first thing that I've done is colour in an extra little bit of the timelines for when I was asleep because I had a little bit of a lie-in this morning, and then marked in my breakfast. I'm then using this third box from the kit to mark in finishing my April monthly this afternoon, and also adding in a glitter header between that and my upload sticker, although it was a little bit too thick, so I just trimmed it to be a little bit thinner so it would fill in that space nicely. The last thing that I'm adding on Sunday is one of the square boxes from the kit with a couple bits of deco and also a TV doodle from a multicolour doodle sheet from Plannerface, and that's just to mark in what I think we're going to be doing this evening, which, if it's anything like the last two evenings, is going to be a little bit of YouTube and a little bit of binge watching documentaries on Curiosity Stream, which we got recently. As I upload on Sunday afternoons, whatever I put in for Sunday evening is always a guess or pre-planning, so I'm just expecting that that's what we're going to be doing. So here is the spread all filled out. I've just filled in my journaling section and added in some photos off camera, as well as finishing up my gratitude for the week. I really love how this spread turned out. It's so vibrant and springy and really puts me in the mood for the weather to be a lot better than it is today. So that's everything for this video, friends. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!